All right,
Hi.
let's go.
Hey, how are you? How's it going? How you doing?
We're in a hurry today,
We're in a
Cristina.
hurry.
It's
Let's go.
Sunday. We've got 2 open houses.
Bam.
You're going to be at 2nd Avenue.
Yeah. You're gonna be at Larissa?
I'm going to be at Larissa.
Yep.
We've got the 1 bedrooms on Larissa. For
$425, $465 for the upstairs. Yep.
And you're going to be on 2nd.
We got a 2-bedroom listed for $485 and a 1-bedroom listed for $350.
We've got 6 units there.
Yep.
So we wanted to quickly come here and do a walkthrough here because these
right.
units were on Wellington in West Adams. These are going to be ready in a couple weeks.
Yeah, we actually sold one last year, and they're renovating the remaining 2. And yeah, we hoped that they're ready in a couple of weeks. So yeah, you want to take a look inside?
Yeah, let's take a look.
So this is a classic 4-unit building, 2 upstairs, 2 downstairs. And when we first bought this building, it had a great amount of architectural vintage details that we tried to maintain, like cove ceilings, high ceilings, and the fireplace.
Faux fireplace.
Archways, yeah.
Which is really cool.
But
Sconces.
fun inside fact, we actually did something we don't normally do with vintage units like this, and we opened this wall. It was kind of an awkward kitchen layout with the laundry room back here. Sink will, be here. This doorway will go around, and there used to be a door here that we plugged up so that the kitchen really kind of sits this way now. And we didn't have to, that meant we didn't have to put kitchen cabinets on this wall, which we didn't want to do because, as you can see, there's windows and those beautiful lights coming in. So we've got like fridge appliances here, stove there, sink there. And
Oh no, fridge here, stove there.
Exactly what I said.
Oh, okay. It's still early.
I got this down. Yeah, so hopefully it was a good tweak to.
I love it. I mean, I think opening it up was smart.
Was a smart thing.
It was not a practical kitchen before,
Yeah.
And now
especially
it's,
for today's standards where they had
and we
small.
we really strive to keep the original 1920s details in all of our properties, and we keep getting feedback about how buyers are appreciating that. So that's really important to us. And here I think we kept a lot of the original. It's not going to look like a Home Depot flip. It's not going to look like.
Yeah, well, we don't do Home Depot flips. Like we
I think this was
fight every contractor to restore things that it would be so much easier to just do new. So I think we did okay here.
Yeah, I think so too. And these windows are new. They're dual pane windows.
Yeah.
But we didn't replace them. The previous owner replaced them, right?
We did some.
We did some.
Yeah. So let's look upstairs because I want to see the upstairs too. I think it might be more done.
Yeah, they have
Let's do
like
that.
pictures and
Let's go
everything.
upstairs, yeah.
So this is like our, 24th TIC building community.
Is it?
I think so.
I should really count.
Yeah. I mean, we've got
That's
like
why I have all these white hairs. I just found them this morning while I was putting makeup on for this.
on our last video that we did at Lockwood, we talked a little bit about the history of TICs, Tenants in Common, and how it got started in San Francisco and then how it started here in LA, or how it evolved and progressed here to LA. So like the next,
The next conversation piece?
yeah, the next after, because we want to kind of talk about TICs too and what we're doing. We've been pioneering this market here in LA. And that's sort of what we wanted to show in these videos is like the work that we're doing behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Because we're not just selling these units, and we're helping develop them in the sense that we're guiding the seller, the investor, trying to get them to make the right decisions.
Yeah, with the feedback we get from buyers.
With the feedback we get from buyers, right?
Yeah.
We're educating the market.
Yeah.
The first year we did a lot of outreach, right? Like we did workshops and webinars and lots of coffee dates. Like we knew that the way to get this market here to LA, to get buyers to accept it, was through the realtor, the buyer's agent, right? Like, so we spent a lot of time sort of like researching who are the buyer's agents in these neighborhoods that we're selling these units in, and who's doing the most sales, and developing relationships with those buyer's agents, taking them out to coffee, showing them our upcoming buildings, getting them excited about TIC.
And answering their questions and educating them, and listening to their challenges, and I think it was creating an awareness overall. It wasn't just, we didn't just take this information and just keep it. I think we did. We went from brokerage to brokerage and business meeting to business meeting, and sort of just, I think really walked them through what TIC is.
Yeah, because like a lot of our buyers that are coming through our units, they aren't really, I mean, some of them have been looking for a while, but a lot of them are new buyers.
Right.
Like they've just been looking on Zillow or Redfin, just as like dreaming, can I buy? And then it comes up and they're like, wow, this is a price point I may be able to afford. So they're not like working with buyer's agents already.
Right.
So they're just calling the Redfin number or the Zillow, the first number that they press on Zillow, which is just the advertisers on those platforms.
Right.
And those agents are like, I don't know what this is.
Right.
Like, you probably don't want to do that. That's a new thing.
Right.
And say, like, maybe let's.
And it sounds too good to be true.
Sounds right.
Honestly, you think there must be something wrong with it, right?
Yeah.
At this price point, we've had buyer after buyer walk through and been like, "What's wrong? Like,
Right.
what's going to happen?" And then we kind of like talk them through, and they're like, "Wow, okay, I think I'm okay with all of this."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And how many times have you heard agents say, like, I'm finally bringing my clients to your listings, Liz or Cristina, because like I've been turning my buyers away for the last
Months.
year, for months, and they're like, but we can't ignore you anymore. Like we keep seeing your listings pop up, and like we have to like now figure out what is this.
Yeah.
And that's sort of exciting for us, is to see that turn happening where buyers agents are like, okay, let me sit down and figure out what this is, because I can't stop turning my buyers away from it just because I don't know what it is.
Right.
And it is new for us, but they've been selling it for 30 years in San Francisco. So it's not like a new concept altogether.
Right.
There's 30 years of data. There's 30 years of market research, and there's 30
more
years
now, 40, but
almost, exactly.
Almost 40, yeah.
So there's a lot of information. This market's been tested and proven, and the TIC concept that, the TIC agreement that Andy Serkin's put together and has been developing and refining over the years is just getting better and better.
Right.
And, we Andy and Rosemarie at Andy's office always tell us, like, if you compare TIC communities to the condo communities in San Francisco, the TIC communities have less foreclosure rates, they have less arbitration mediation.
Phenomenally less, yes.
So,
significantly less.
I think like, it's good that buyer's agents are like coming around and figuring this out, because we're getting people into homeownership.
Yeah.
TIC tends to be 10 to 20% less than comparable condos out there, or single family homes. So this is, offering inventory to a big buyer pool who doesn't have an opportunity right now to buy in LA. So we're going to be providing more inventory in this lower price point, or entry level price point, really.
Yeah. Would it be inappropriate to talk about, to dive a little deeper about why, we've heard that there's such a smaller amount of mediation or arbitration or argument or infighting in a TIC unit versus a condo unit, and sort of like,
why is that the case?
I mean, I'm curious because, you and I talk a lot about mindset.
Right.
Everything we do is sort of revolves around that philosophy. And, the more I talk to buyers about why that's the case, and the more experience we have in learning who these 60 buyers are that we've closed on the last 3 years, I see the difference in the buyer's mindset versus when I close a deal on a condo. So I closed a deal on a condo in West LA a year and a half ago, right? I represented the seller, and it was interesting to see the HOA members walk through my open house. And it's a different, it's sort of a different climate there. That was an HOA that had 30 units. Some people had been there for 30 years.
Right.
Some people were just kind of moving in. Some people thought they had this sort of mindset of like entitlement, like we don't want the HOAs to go up. We're gonna live here forever. They weren't really interested in creating value in the asset because they couldn't afford that cost. They didn't want their property taxes to increase, the values, et cetera. Whereas the new people coming in were like, let's fix the elevator. Like, why is it such a battle to fix the elevator? Why is it such a battle to fix the gym? So the mindsets were vastly different. And
between what the mindsets that we're experiencing with our TIC buyers, right?
Exactly. Like our buyers, first of all, the inception of the condo-like community is starting now. So everyone's coming in at the same time.
For this TIC community.
For that TIC community, exactly.
Right.
Also, our buyers they don't have choices. So they're not going like, I'm either gonna buy this TIC unit or I'm gonna buy this really cute small house in Echo Park. They're like, I can't afford that house. I missed my ticket 7 years ago, and now that I'm ready and I have my credit score, it's gone. So they're not going, I'm gonna buy this TIC unit or I'm gonna buy this condo. They're like, this is it. This is my option. I'm either renting for another 5 years and I'm gonna wait for a downturn, or I'm gonna buy and I'm gonna own. So they're automatically entering this community going like, with that mindset of like, I get chills, like, I'm grateful for this opportunity. It's not gonna be perfect. I'm probably gonna argue with my owners over like whether we should change the windows or not. But they all enter that room, in my perspective, what I see is like, I'm just so excited to own. I'm so grateful to own. I'm like looking forward to having these community dinners with like my owners and like figuring things out.
Well, also they're like already living a lot of, like, we've closed now 58 units, and like 54 of those buyers were renters, previously renting.
Yeah.
So they're living in a community already. They're used to that like community living, and they're attracted to that with TIC. It's it is the appeal is the affordability, but I think the appeal is also the community aspect. They like the idea that they can co-own this building together, that only one of them, is going to be in charge of the maintenance for, every, they're sharing the maintenance responsibility. So it's, they like the idea of coming home and, like you said, having a bottle of wine with their neighbors after work, or having pizzas on Saturday or whatever.
Right. Yeah. And I think they like the idea of not everything being on them for their first experience.
Right.
All of our buyers are full-time workers.
Right.
I always say, like, we closed with a Lyft driver who was like calling us in closing, like, I'm driving 23 hours just so I can get my closing costs done, to people who work in restaurants and bartend and act on the side and write and produce, and they're, filmmakers or set decorators or whatever. And to go into home ownership and have all of the maintenance 100% your responsibility, and like have that fear the first time, I think having that, that's at risk adjusted lower, to know like, okay, I'm in this with more people. Yeah.
And people always ask us, like, who am I going to be in this with?
Right.
Like everybody wants to know, who are my neighbors going to be?
Are they going to be mean? Are they going to be cruel? Are they going to be this? Are they going to be a problem? Nobody wants to have that. And we haven't had any experience. I've never had a buyer call me and say, ugh, Angie upstairs, she's the worst. Sorry for all the Angies out there. And that's, I'm glad that we've done this. In
vastly different personalities.
Yeah.
Like, everyone has a different personality. When you and I heard the statistics in San Francisco about the low arbitration and mediation, low foreclosures compared to condos, we got it, because we understood. All these units we've been selling, all these buyers that we've been meeting, and the experiences that we've had. I guess what made sense to us was really the lending aspect.
Right.
Because unlike a condo where you can go to any bank and get a loan, you can have an FHA loan, a VA loan, sub 600 credit score and get a loan. To buy a TIC, you have to have 700 credit.
Yeah. You
have to have 6 months reserves in your bank account on top of your down payment.
Right.
So, this is a financially responsible buyer.
Yeah, which isn't me. To give you some perspective, we've never had 6 months reserves. We don't do this.
So I think
never.
Yeah, I think, Cristina, it's like,
this
isn't a low income product.
No.
This is a mid-income product. High income can go buy a condo and go buy a house, right? Like, so I think the lender is vetting your neighbors financially. And that's the important part, right? You just want to make sure that you have a community that's going to function
financially
sustainable community. In terms of personalities, like, you know, forget about it. Like everyone's gonna have different personalities, and that's fine. That's life, you know. Like we've got to learn to get along with everybody.
Yeah, that's
you know?
the beauty of life. That's the beauty of communities, is that diversity.
Yeah, and you're gonna have all these different, you know, ideas, and everyone working together and coming up. But to have so there's the financial aspect, and then there's the mindset aspect that you were talking about, and I do think that's important to point out, because the buyer who's buying this, they're risk taker, right? They're financially responsible. They're forward thinking. They're future thinking. They are super analytical. They're researching the heck out of this, and they're saying, I'm willing to take this risk and do this something new because I understand the benefit of homeownership. Right. And everyone's like that. Every buyer.
Every buyer's like, they see the opportunity.
Yeah.
They take the risk with eyes open, and they see the opportunity. Yeah. We've had buyers walk in tears, refusing to leave our open houses because, you know, they want the unit so bad. So
let's keep looking at the unit too.
Yeah, definitely.
So this is a 2 bedroom, 1 bath. Big bedrooms.
Yeah. Dance off in here?
No dancing.
No, okay.
I think we decided to eliminate dancing from our videos.
It is kind of odd. People keep asking me to dance. It's weird.
This is a great unit.
This is a great unit.
You know, the sun is coming up here, and it's going to set over there, so you're going to get the morning sun here and the afternoon sun in the in the living room,
or this way.
Yeah.
It's going to do one of these situation. It's like it's going to be this.
This is a cool unit. So this is a 2 weeks. Hit the market.
We're pretty close.
I think we are.
Yeah, but we are going to offer it to the people who did not get that first unit first.
Right.
And who have been waiting and asking and calling. Right. So yeah, I think maybe we'll hit the market in a couple weeks, barring one of those folks don't take it first. But we have to replace that heater. Can you let somebody know about that? Thanks.
We're in West Adams, Wellington Road, 2822 to 2824 Wellington Road. We've got a 2 bedroom, 1 bath. 5 price point?
Not entirely sure. 500? Let's call it 500. Round it out. Plus or minus 20 grand.
1,200 square feet.
Yeah.
Each unit comes with a single car garage.
Yeah.
And we'll be listing in 2 weeks.
Maybe. Hopefully. We're really pumped. Regardless.
So basically, we don't know anything.
Yeah. I'm Liz McDonald,
right.
and that's Cristina Bro.